When the Land Rover Defender became a crossover in 2020, it felt like the age of true body-on-frame 4x4 SUVs entered its extinction phase. But today we would like to light a candle of hope for these four-wheel drive off-roaders, since the 2022 lineup brings us some exciting newcomers with legitimate underpinnings. Among them is the Ford Bronco Raptor that sets a new benchmark in the class and is likely to have one of the longest waiting lists. So subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News and let's explore the coolest new 4x4s of today. We start the engines now. Ford Bronco Raptor. First it was the F-150, then the Ranger, and now the Raptor moniker expands onto the latest smash hit of off-road SUVs. The new Ultimate Bronco was inspired by the Ultra 4 off-road racing trucks that participated in the Baja 1000 in 2020. The newcomer will be available exclusively in a four-door version with significantly wider track that reaches 85.7 inches, nearly as much as the F-150 Raptor. To be able to compete with its V8-powered arch-rival from the 2020, the Wrangler Rubicon 392, the Bronco employs a 3-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 targeted at 400-plus horsepower, channeled through a 10-speed automatic. Quite dramatic improvements are done to the off-roading capabilities of the truck, since it rides on 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain tires, puts to work 3.1-inch Fox adaptive dampers with internal reservoirs, and replaces independent front and solid rear axles with Dana 44 and Dana 50 respectively. This drivetrain will also incorporate an advanced all-wheel drive system with go-over-any terrain modes. On the inside, the dinosaur version of the Bronco keeps the properties of the original, so expect rubberized flooring, marine-grade vinyl upholstery that can be optionally improved to leather. There is the latest 12-inch Sync 4 infotainment, Wi-Fi hotspot, and Bang & Olufsen sound system. Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro. After being on sale for 15 years, the second-generation Sequoia finally gives way to a new model. The SUV shares its underpinnings with the recently introduced Land Cruiser J300, Lexus LX600, and Tundra pickup. The latter also lends its newly developed hybrid i4 Max powertrain to this three-row. It joins efforts of a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6, a small motor, and a 1.87 kWh battery. The system develops 437 horses and 583 pound-feet, which can be sent to all four wheels with the help of a 10-speed automatic. In addition to the usual Sequoia trims, the SUV adds a TRD Pro grade for the first time. This model is distinguished by a heritage-inspired TRD grille with an integrated light bar, all black 18-inch wheels, and new exhaust tips. Since this version of the Sequoia is adventure-focused, it also gains some off-road specific equipment. A quarter-inch thick aluminum front skid plate, locking rear differential, and TRD-tuned Fox internal bypass shocks. The standard technology list includes multi-terrain select, crawl control, and downhill assist, plus towing a caravan is made easier with the Tow Tech package. The cabin of this Toyota features a 7-seat layout with the second-row captain chairs, heated steering wheel, and a 14-inch Toyota audio multimedia display. Consider smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. We can guarantee you a constant stream of informative car content on a regular basis. Let's keep rolling. Ineos Grenadier. As the Grenadier SUV continues its development, we learn more and more information about the vehicle itself, as well as the company's grandiose launch plans. Already pre-ordered by 75,000 customers, in 2022 the 4x4 will start its rollout across the brand's European and Middle Eastern partner dealerships. And the next year, it will arrive to the American shores. As previously expected, the production-ready Grenadier will be built in cooperation with the Austrian Magna Steyr, and its looks will be inspired by the previous generation of the Defender. It sits on a box-section ladder frame with heavy-duty Corrado beam axles and gets a ZF-developed suspension. The two engine choices are the BMW-sourced 3-liter inline-six turbos running on gasoline and diesel. The former is rated for 285 HP and 332 pound-feet, and the latter is good for 250 HP and 406 pound-feet. Both mills are paired with an 8-speed automatic gearbox, there is a 2-speed transfer case, and permanent 4-wheel drive. The interior is just as rugged as the exterior. You get water-resistant anti-stain Recaro seats, drain plugs in the rubber flooring, and auxiliary switches for plugging in extra lights and winches. There is a modern 12.3-inch infotainment with Android, Apple, and navigation. Finally, we should mention that Ineos is rumored to be working with Hyundai to source their fuel cell technology. So very likely that in the future we'll see a hydrogen-powered version of the Grenadier. Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. The new chapter of the Grand Cherokee's legend swiftly takes over the midsize segment. Exterior-wise, the rugged styling cues are retained, including the classic 7-slot grille with slim LED headlights on the sides. The off-road-ready Trailhawk also goes through a transformation. The model offers 3 drivetrain choices: the familiar 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, 5.7-liter V8, plus a newly added 4xe plug-in hybrid. The latter is built around a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, 2 electric motors, and 17 kWh battery that promises 25 miles of electric driving and improves the SUV's fuel efficiency to 57 mpg. This model has 10.9 inches of ground clearance, but the gasoline Trailhawks are rated for 11.3. This is made possible by the model's standard quadra-lift air suspension with adjustable ride height and 18-inch wheels wrapped in bulky all-terrain tires. The SUV also gets quadra-drive 2 4x4 system, 2-speed transfer case, rear electronic limited-slip differential, and select terrain. The cabin raises the level of posh, gets a modernized Uconnect 5 infotainment with 10.1-inch touchscreen and standard 10.25-inch passenger display. There is also a 10-inch digital cluster. Lexus LX600. Following the nearly endless 13-year run of the previous generation, the new LX receives a ground-up redesign. Unlike its mechanically identical sibling Toyota Land Cruiser, this Lexus is actually expected to cross the pond and hit the US market. The new trendsetter of the Japanese luxury moves onto the 20% more rigid and 441 pounds lighter GAF platform. The gas-guzzling V8 is abandoned in favor of a just as powerful 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, controlled via 10-speed direct-shift automatic. The new mill makes 409 horsepower and the maximum 479 pound-feet of torque in the wide range up to 3600 rpm. This premium SUV does not shy away from off-roading, getting active height control, adaptive variable suspension, full-time 4-wheel drive with the electronic locking or Torsen limited-slip rear differential, multi-terrain select, as well as crawl and hill assist features. The model will be sold in 5 trims: Standard, Premium Luxury, Ultra Luxury, and for the first time F Sport. Passenger configuration varies from standard 7 seats to executive 4 couches, with 43 inches of rear VIP legroom, 25-speaker Mark Levinson surround system, 19.3 inches of screen access, and genuine leather interiors. Jeep Wrangler 4xe. For 7 years, the Wrangler has been a poster child of an off-road capable body and frame SUV with a true adventure character. Stellantis managed to keep the status for the icon even in the era of electrification, since the plug-in hybrid 4xe model is already leading PHEV sales charts. The winning formula of this newcomer could be explained by the instant 470 pound-feet of torque that come from the joint efforts of a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine, 2 electric motors, and a 17.3 kWh battery. The system is good for 375 horsepower, 21 miles of all-electric range, 49 mpg fuel efficiency, and the total range reaching 370 miles. Despite its hybridization, the model keeps the usual fully mechanical select-track full-time 4-wheel drive system for the Sahara and high-altitude trims, or the Rock Track with a 2-speed transfer case for the Rubicon models. This SUV can afford 30-inch deep waters, improved approach and departure angles to 44 and 35.6 degrees, and can be had in a hardtop or removable softtop variants. Based on the 2018 model, this Wrangler cannot be called a technological marvel in terms of the infotainment. Yet, it still gets a Uconnect 4C navigation with an 8.4-inch screen, available Alpine premium audio, and a Wi-Fi hotspot. Would you say that a body-on-frame construction and four-wheel drive capability is an irreplaceable feature for an off-road SUV? Or would you consider accepting the crossover nature of models like the new Land Rover Defender? We'll discuss this in the comments, and yeah, mention your favorite 4x4 of 2022. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, ring the bell, like, and watch more. We'll see you.